Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're doing another episode. We was in the process of this episode. I was just talking about just catching up to speed so we can continue where we left off at. We talked about me working at a certain place for 25 years, and I'm just going to talk about some interesting stories that I think people might want to be interested in hearing. And a panelist had a question. You can go ahead.
She just walked. She just walked out. She'll be back.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
But
she
yeah.
about to take her. She got to take her puppy out to the bathroom.
Okay. Well, the thing about she was asked about one side of my face. My nerves used to get real bad. So what do you do? What do some people do when their nerves get bad? Like they pull, I mean, they fidget, things like that.
Something with your hands.
Twitch. They could have a twitch or something.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't been like that in years, but with me, when my nerves bad or whatever, I pull like my hair out. I pull like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something I do. I'm not thinking about this. I'm in my own head, mind y'all. I pulled the whole one side of my face hair out. But I'm not thinking that I did it or thinking anything about it. I got this side over here. So I'm having a conversation with his wife, and she was like, wait, turn your head. I turned my head. I'm not even thinking. She could not look at me with a straight face. She could not get a sentence out without laughing. And I'm thinking like, what? Then I was like, oh, yeah. Then I was like, oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing ever. Because of course she came with the jokes and stuff. Of course, I mean, I was just like, okay, just let me know when you're done. All right, I guess. All right. But yeah, I was just like, oh, dang. Yeah,
I got a question about that though, because you say it was your nerves, right? Were you on a high level of stress at the time, like between work, home, and things like that?
All of the above.
That's understandable.
Something I can relate, because when I get in that point, I'll find myself digging and I'll just pull a big old chunk of meat out my cuticles.
Ow!
So it's like I can get where you're going. You don't feel the pain or none of that because you so much in your head that you really want to let this ass whooping off on somebody, so you'll do some pain to yourself to make it go away.
And that's the thing though, like I was just like, dang, and then you forget until like that pain might remind you eventually, but you forget until people start looking at you crazy all upside your head.
Because my fingers will start bleeding and stuff.
So yeah, you'd be like, dang, and it's something like I didn't know exactly. It was just, I don't know. I want to say it was kind of comforting, kind of in a sense, if that makes sense.
I can relate.
But yeah, I mean, but I've been good about that. Every time I be thinking about that, I'll be like, oh, so let me just chill, let me stop. When I get like if I'm in a thinking about something stressful like for a long time, I catch myself and I stop myself from doing that. But yeah, about the year 2000 started. Everything seemed cool. I started out at a lower level of what I was doing. It was a fun environment. I worked with a few people that actually passed under crazy circumstances. I had this guy, he just had a kid and he took some thyroid medicine that wasn't his prescription, killed him. And he was just so proud, so proud, like a proud father, like, you know what I'm saying, showed the baby and everything, like, dang, he was just proud, giving everybody a picture, you know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, like he out of there.
Wow, happened there quick.
Yeah, and you can't take anything for granted. That's another reason why. Another thing, things I've seen in life, things I've seen at work. You don't take nothing for granted. Also, a funny story. To this day, when I'm in a certain building, I might be by myself. Something will get knocked over. Ever since there was a cook that passed, we was real cool. He passed and everything. Ever since after then, it just be random stuff getting knocked over. Like nobody there but me.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
he basically ain't never getting off the job then.
Man, if I could pay like a rabbi or somebody to go in there and be like, go to the light, I would do that.
Like burn some sage up in there or something.
Yeah, some sage or something, you know, and that I don't tell people that because they be like, the whole crew don't show up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I never told nobody, but they don't know who, where, when. So
I take the alternate position. I'm like, look, if you're gonna be here, make yourself useful. Get back to
That
work.
part. That part.
Don't just be here wasting my time trying to scare me. Look, make yourself useful. Help a
I,
brother out.
I don't be thinking about that. I be thinking about the quickest exit plan in case somebody want to reveal themselves. All of a sudden, I'm like, what door is closest?
Look, you in a supervisory position. That's why you gotta assert your authority. So or you want to show it's about time I'm docking you for being late.
On this realm, I don't know about that other realm out there. You know what I'm
You
saying?
start listening. If you came from that realm to this realm, you definitely was late. So you know you're not getting paid for that. Now I need you to get back in here and get these dishes done. I need you to go prep some stuff, make yourself help out.
And then he decided to help out when I ain't there. Ooh, Lord, that's gonna be hell to tell the captain, ain't it?
For whoever there. 'Cause that
Yeah.
dude, yeah, hey man, when you supposed to work there? I was there for about 14 seconds. Yo, my
Yep.
car's still there. I ain't even going back to get the car. I'm out.
That part.
They took off running. Got on the expressway.
Man, I'm black. I'm gone.
But yeah,
They been sitting here trying to have no discussions.
He gonna teleport to someplace else. That's what he's saying. That's how moving
yeah,
fast.
That's what they say. Ain't nothing faster than pew.
Exactly.
it was a cook. He was just a normal cook, normal person. That's why you say like you being in contact with people for a certain amount of time, you run into people that you never know with demons. It was a cook. He um he had a big white van, which should have been a red flag, but he used to pick up streetwalkers because the store was by somewhere where they were
Prevalent.
yeah. One night he decides to kidnap one, beat one very, very badly, and assault one. Dumped him. Dumped him
That
for
wasn't that wasn't decided. That was a plan.
obviously. Dumped him, left him for dead. Goes to work the next morning like nothing happened.
That's the first rule. Don't change up. Just stay normal. Whatever I would normally do, what you do is that's what you keep doing.
Well, the victim survived, and actually, that's
Oh
that's
dear Lord.
that that's what the police was counting on for him to be there. So imagine looking up and you get the front parking lot, all the windows, everybody surrounded. That store was surrounded. They
That
came in,
was
they came and got him out, and he ain't been out since.
Listen, what would have been really crazy when I'm just standing there working. I look up, I see that. I just took off like he ain't even do nothing.
They be like, "What
exactly.
did he run for?" Yeah, they didn't even chase you. Like, well, what did he run for? Like, that's crazy.
I'm black. The answer to every question, I'm black. That's it. I'm gone.
But yeah, that was crazy too. And you know what though? When I say people have demons, you talk to them, have a conversation, you never know. And he went willingly.
Because
Like,
he already knew. He might have been might have had something that's like I need to if I stay out here, I'm gonna do this again. The next time it ain't gonna be no so you know what? I need to be off the street. You have people that think like that.
well, yeah,
So
that's
for my safety and for the safety of everybody, just take me out of here. I don't
Now
want to
see that.
job to take me off the street.
See now that's a different thing. Now you look at it on these terms like shit. When that happened, he was like shit. The gig is up.
Y'all got me.
yeah.
Gig
Let's
is up.
go.
Y'all
We ain't
got
got
me because it's like shit. Every motherfucker ain't willing to die.
No, no, not at all. And then some people got a strong will to live as well too. You know, another situation, a little more lighter situation. It was hilarious. We had this overzealous. This was I wasn't in management or anything, but we had an overzealous manager, and something the cook did he didn't like or agree with. Now the cook, stocky, about 300 pounds, just stocky, like just diesel, cool dude. But the manager was
Like
like,
like Big Hurt Cocky.
yeah, yeah, be like no uniform fit type, like yeah,
big boy.
big one,
Like what's old boy
John
name that
Coffey.
played in Friday?
Debo,
Debo.
Yeah, yeah, Debo Bill.
a shorter
I'm
Debo,
thinking John Coffey, dog. On
man.
like look, don't nothing fit this man. We ain't got no uniform that fit. He just come in and just do his job. Leave him alone.
All right. Look, so the manager was like, He just blew up like, I want you out of my fucking store. And he had some tongs in his hands and he pointed them at the cook. The cook took that as a threat. He grabbed him and mushed him so hard, grabbed him up. The tongs was like pushed out in his face like this. He pushed him onto the ground. Now we needed grout work on the floor. So in that empty space, there's standing water, right? Not only did he get pushed into this and splashed, I was just like, ooh, ooh. That standing water. he, uh, he ended up catching a ringworm, which makes it even
Wow.
worse after all of that. So the cook left and was like, and I'll do it again. He one of them type of people. He was like, Carter, you know what I'm saying? He left. Why did I guess he called his Mima?
The cook did?
No, the manager, his Nana or somebody, and I guess it was for comfort or something. I'm thinking, I'm thinking like he done told the hood to pull up or something.
Oh,
You see
Grandma didn't
some,
pull up.
huh?
he called his
Grandma didn't pull
daddy.
up with 32 revolver, did she?
In a
Dillinger,
Crown Royal bag.
a Dillinger, a John Wooks built the thing that shot Lincoln.
Yeah.
One of them boys in a Sunday purse with the hat, the sunflower seed knitted on it. Yeah, like man,
She'll
the
go get
shit.
John Coffee the worst two he ever would have caught.
Hey, she brought that life for real. He ain't had no homies. Yeah, I'm calling my granny. She bought that life.
And then on top of
Been
that,
putting in
catching.
work since the 70s.
Nah, since the 50s.
She was the one that originally rode with Nat Turner.
She started the rebellion. But yeah, man, on top of that, catching ringworm. Can you imagine that? I think I would have to go back and kill somebody. Like I done got ringworm and splashed all in this floor juice. Like it was just ugh.
Hey,
I just
hey,
still
lucky ain't
cringe.
take him to the cooler. Like, oh, we can take this back into the cooler, man.
No,
I got
he
some
didn't
man.
waste no time. I had it was two cooks that got into it. They were like some kids. They was friends, but they was grown. But they was like kids. Like, oh, he patted him on his back. It was flour on his back. So he grabbed a handful of flour, threw it in his face. And I'm looking at all this happen like, would y'all stop? Is y'all for real? Would y'all grow up? He did that to me, put his hand on my back. And I'm just like, y'all really doing this right now.
Bro, it's flour. Get over
Flour,
it.
literally. Y'all
You
gonna be
at
cool
work,
after y'all leave here.
for at work.
Another incident, I feel I'm gonna say that to say it. I'm gonna say this then say that. I feel like at a certain age they should revoke your license.
Driver's license?
Yes.
And I don't know. I met a dude yesterday that was like 73 years old.
Was he driving all right?
He was in a doggone semi, bro.
Oh
Been
wow.
driving since 1973.
Hmm.
He needed me to move his mirror. He's like, I just don't got the strength to do it. You 73? Of course not. He still drive that truck.
That's
I
crazy.
met,
This
I met
lady, she drove over two humps and hit the gas line. So we inside of the building and you hear something like
oh, time to go.
then then you smelling something. Then we hear a bump. We look. She outside her car. She had a long ass Virginia Slim. What's some long skinny cigarettes? Was trying to
Yeah.
light that motherfucker. We were like, no. She was looking confused, like what?
Her nerves were going. She needed a cigarette.
Yeah, that's
She
what
was
she.
trying to
No,
calm down.
exactly. She was
She'd have
trying to
been
calm
by
down.
herself. You can
She
light
would
it.
have.
I ain't gonna be here.
She was gonna blow everybody up in that vicinity. Everybody on the other side of the whole street. Now, by then, we like, no, just put it down. No, you know what you just did? She smacked that mug good.
I'd have been telling her from that park. That's where I'd have been at. How you get here that fast? I'm black, man. I'm calm.
Another thing too, I wanna I'm gonna learn about this Zoom thing I'm using because there's video I actually have of Trump his motorcade. It was the most weird motorcade you could imagine. They had the real car, the decoy. They had several ambulances, state police, It was just weird, looked weird. But in the video, you see who was out to support him in droves. It was crazy. I never seen so many jacked up pickups with the flags on them in a minute. And these are all people around us. You know, it took for him to come to town for them to show us their true colors. People get their kids on their shoulders, like, look, there he is, look. And I'm just like, wow.
You gotta understand the funniest thing about that is these are like the core supporters, right? The root, the basic American people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dog, he don't give a damn about y'all, and it's not personal. You not on his level, so he really don't care. Except for what can you do for me to enhance my life? You can't do nothing. Yeah, I'll sit there and play nice, but I really don't care about you,
Just vote for
and
me,
they
right?
can't accept that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he's gonna do to your benefit that doesn't. If it benefits you, it's gonna benefit all the American people that know
Yeah,
how to
yeah.
take advantage of it.
Well, we just not in that tax bracket. I get it. Um,
Yeah,
um,
like like everybody them PPP loans back a few years ago. I was like, them didn't benefit everybody. That benefited everybody that knew how to acquire it and knew what to do with it once they got it.
but they
But
came back and
that
got
didn't it wasn't for
everybody
everybody.
that no, they wasn't, but everybody think they got one, and they came back for their money.
They
That
tried to.
part.
Everybody
A
tried
lot
to
of
get one.
Another thing is, it was an incident across the street where I'm being vague on details, where it was an actual shooting where I mean, people heard the shots and everything, and somebody leaving up out of the parking lot actually took a damn picture. People are sick nowadays, so they take a picture of somebody laying there expired, unalived, and post it to social media. That's one of the sickest things I could think of. Family, just imagine that family finding out that way.
mm, true.
And then it was a young teenager.
I give you the because I understand how the minds of people work nowadays. No, they doing it for likes and views, but at the same time, if your captions, hey, check this just happened, check on your people. I don't know who that is, but this your people. Y'all might want to go so if your people is over in this area, this might be them. Y'all need to go check and make sure people you care about is okay.
Okay.
That's like the limit that I give you, because other than that, it's like don't nobody care no more. Very few people in this world that actually just have a genuine concern for other people. Like when I was working with you, remember I don't remember her name. It was a very old. She was probably in her 60s. That worked with me, and she was only working because she wanted to get out the house. But obviously, it was the one day she was working, and it was a day that her husband had died, and
Oh no,
she was like,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a really cool lady though.
She
She
was,
just
she
had a bad
was,
day.
she
She
was,
like,
and then I commend her to this day. I don't know if she might have passed or anything like that. It's been a minute, but their daughter is a newscaster.
oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, she was working. She didn't have to work. She
Oh,
was
she
just
just
out to be just being just
wanted something to do. Be
yeah.
busy.
And then she was like the store mama, like you better watch. You better not say that around. I'm not gonna say the name, but yeah, I still remember the name too. That's
I don't
crazy.
remember her name, but I had so many conversations with that lady because it's like I had to tell people when I was there, like, hey, I don't actually work here. I'm just eye candy to draw y'all in and get your money. But me and her and I, her and I would work the counter, and I would say she'd just be laughing so hard. Like I'm just having fun, and that it would make the day go faster. And maybe, but she enjoyed conversing with me, and I enjoyed talking to her. It was like, man, at your age, you got a lot of knowledge about stuff that I just don't know about.
That
Yeah,
part.
and people don't look at that. Like, and not to get off subject or anything, but when uh when younger people say with your old ass, that's a blessing.
You got to get there. I'm hard. I've been where you at. You got to get
Yeah,
where I'm at.
dummies don't make it to be old.
You know something, bro? I can't never get picked that fight with nobody. Don't nobody never call me old.
Well, you gotta think about your lingo and everything too, in the way you drop your knowledge. It's not in the old way.
Cause
Like
I
you
wouldn't.
you
I
you
be praying for. I be praying for one of these young motherfuckers to call me old, so I can say, "Take your shirt off and let's see who old, motherfucker. Take it off."
well
Cause I'm
no
embarrassed of motherfucking ass.
well no. I mean, to be honest though, I think that you really that gray up there, that salt and pepper is done intentionally. Like you went and got that done just to be just to be
Everybody,
Yeah, you know
Everybody
that
else getting just for me, and he got the just like what? I didn't even know they made that in gray.
it's called Zaddy. That's what it's called with a Z. He ain't
I,
slick. He
I'm
ain't
about to
slick at
steal.
all.
I'm about to steal that one, Zaddy.
He
Yeah.
just doing. So he just doing it so he can holler at people grandmama and they don't say nothing.
Hey, no, he on the spectrum now. He up there and down. It don't even matter. He is a chameleon.
I don't want to know about a bankroll. I still live by that.
Yeah, man. But
Where you
yeah,
think the bankroll at?
You know, huh?
That's where the bankroll at.
Shit, them old motherfuckers with a headache.
that's a hey, look. We were just talking about that. Like
The bankroll come with worms. So you get the bankroll, but it's gonna come with these worms, baby.
That
you
part.
or you know, sometimes they be like, you're gonna have an old looking baby.
I've heard that down south. They say that down south. I'm like, what? You gonna
That
have a
baby.
I
Benjamin
bet.
Button?
I beg to differ. I'm 53 years old with twins, and they don't look old.
Twins
Oh, that was
running.
that was a grown man just ran by there.
Hey, you're a grown man, Sider.
He 35. You up here faking?
She's looking like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, another thing, it was years. It was years before I realized there's a whole lake behind somewhere where I started.
You didn't know that? Really?
I did not know that. And the
Wow.
fact I felt like an idiot. I was like, man, it's cold as hell in the wintertime.
You get pure lakefront effect.
Don't know why. Why the temperature keep dropping like
No,
this?
I was pushing the issue, like, man, it's cold. Like, it's really like cold. It was like, man, come here. Look. I was like, oh, that's a lake.
You didn't do this, did you?
Hello?
I'm finna do it right now. I was talking to my wife. Finna do it right
Yeah.
now.
And then, oh my goodness.
I'm multitasking while I'm on the show. Yeah, yes, I do that.
Um, yeah, it's so much. Oh,
If y'all done with y'all
perfect.
cups, put them up, please.
I know it was a lake back there. Lake been there for 400 years.
400 years. It's not only a lake, it's a bald eagle sanctuary. Like, I did not even, I'm like, what they doing with these damn binoculars? It was a police chase that took place. They ran back there. They ended up catching them. Now it's all making sense to me now. They saw all that water. It was like, okay, y'all got me. Let's go back this way. I can walk myself back up to the land. This is a dang beach in the back. That's crazy.
I was gonna say, we don't swim, but at that fight, what last year over in Alabama, I can't even say we don't swim no more. They proved me wrong on that.
No, he did the swimming motion with his arms, but he walked across.
He's a piece of action.
Yeah, he did it on top of the water. He was doing the motions, but his feet was touching the bottom. And then the universal sign, throw your hat in the air. I didn't get that, but okay.
I didn't even know about that.
I didn't either, but he threw that hat in the air. People started coming from everywhere.
We caught up all the homies quick, like, oh, yeah. That might be a southern thing, That might be what it is, because they were down, they down south, where everybody down there knew what it was.
Yeah, you're right. But they messed them motherfuckers up. They messed them up bad. Um, I'm trying to think of something without incriminating.
Say without discriminating.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a
Names of the
way to
guilty have
word
been protected because they're guilty, and I don't want to see them again.
it. They did away with lockers, employee lockers, and I know why. There was a cook. He always had to have his bumpy face.
Hmm?
He trained me though, so he'd be like, "All right, youngster, go ahead, drop this. I'll be right back." He said he'd be right back, like he going somewhere. He went and opened his locker and had some bumpy face in there and turned it up like. All you saw was like bubbles.
And man had to get right for work.
Yeah, came back over there. Now let me show you this. I'm like, what you doing?
Hey, he had to knock the edge off.
Man.
He probably was the best cook in the world.
No, he showed me. So yeah, he put me up on some game. He ended up getting a little too much in him. Jumped on his girl. Same scenario. Come with us, sir. We're gonna come back in and get you. Do you know they let this motherfucker take his last round of chicken up and put it in the motherfucking cabin out of
Mm.
solidarity? I was just looking like this ain't happening. No, no, it's not happening. No, just like the job that I'm thinking like he knew what he was doing. All the managers showed up to court to support.
Yeah, yeah, he might just had a really good guy. He just had he had a bad day that day. He had an off day.
Well, the judge said that he was a menace to society and he was a habitual and yada yada yada. So
Ooh, not the bitch. The bitch ain't for no guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he ain't come back. But
She
it was
that bitch multiply stuff like rabbits or something. I don't know what like
Exactly.
sales. Like yeah, why that one turn to a 7?
Mm.
yeah.
Multiplication.
Um,
I'm gonna tell you because of your job, right? I was out in Romulus. They got the burger joint out there by my job. I just
what's that joint you talking about?
uh checkers out there. That's what it is.
What is it?
Checkers. Now,
Checkers?
yeah, I love checkers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at that night, but I know the quality of individuals that they hiring out there. They young, they reckless, they mouthy. I ain't going there tonight. I don't, and they slow. I don't feel like waiting. I just drove back from out of state. I'm just trying to grab me something to eat and go home. So I went instead of going there, I went to McDonald's right next door. I'm sitting there. I hear some yelling. I look over, and what they then came up out the building. I told you, I ain't. I'm like, see, lady, like,
Mm.
yeah, that's all they do now. Just sit there argue with the company. Why would you argue with the you? You got a job because clearly you need a job. So
And
why are
then
you gonna sit up there and risk it over some words?
you got to think about where your money come from.
The customer.
But yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, and I didn't even realize this. Not to be off subject once again. Jason, he does a trucking too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you been trucking, Jason?
Oh, going on what 9? What year is this? 25.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my license at 18. Started driving it. No, I got my license at 17. Started driving. No, damn. No, I'm sorry. I got my license at 16. Started driving at 17. Man,
But you
quick
started
return.
driving around it. You started driving around the time I got out of the game.
I couldn't get a start earlier than that. The state prevented me.
Hmm.
Oh,
Otherwise,
gotcha.
I could get it a long time ago. That's something. That was one of the things I wanted to do since I was small, and I had to wait. I'm like, man, but they say a dream deferred. I don't mean it's over. You just gotta wait.
When I came out of there, when I came out the joint and got in the trucking, I looked at it. I was about the money, but I had more fun because I looked at it like this. I got paid to see the world. I've been to everywhere except for Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Them the only states I ain't traveled to.
You see, I came in. I was like, look, like my first trip, my very first trip, not my first trip, and on a solo, they told me to go to Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm out there. I ain't never drove through Pennsylvania in my life. I done been there when I was small. Man, I'm out here at night. It's about 12 o'clock at night. It's a thunderstorm. I'm on
Them
the
hills
phone.
tearing your ass up.
No, I wasn't worried at all. That's what was crazy. I'm like, okay, cool. I got this. Swung straight through there, did what I had to do, and I was like, I was just comfortable. But the mother was like, how far west you gonna go? I ain't going past Kansas, bro. I looked at I was looking at the map. I looked at the mountains out that way. It was like, no, I can't do them. Like how you? I could drive the whole East Coast, the Appalachians, all that, and I can't go out west. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
So you got
I
to
ain't
go
going
through
nowhere.
mountains.
No, just the west, the mountains to the west.
Okay.
I ain't going nowhere where it could be summertime 1 minute, and then I got to put chains on the tires. I ain't going. Y'all ain't gonna get this.
Oh,
Y'all
that's
better send
Northern
a drone or
California.
something. I ain't never been out there. My wife actually drove in Cali. I ain't driving out there. She trained out there. Let me
Oh,
know how that
dang.
works for you. I love you. I'll be on the phone with you.
Man, it's
Yeah.
funner than what you think because, like, you can leave out of LA that morning and it's 60, 70 degrees like this time of the year. and you get up north, like going up to Seattle, it's snowing like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I moved, me and my wife, we just moved back up here last year from Texas. I got to Texas, it was January, it was 70 degrees. I'm like, and them cats out there with blankets on talking about it's cold. My dog looking at him like, what? Hey, cold? We out here sweating in shorts and t-shirts.
I'm out here in Phoenix doing the same thing. I be talking about it's cold as shit at 40 degrees and 50 degrees.
I'm trying to go to the park and play
That's
some
the
ball.
lowest they get there this
You
time of
know,
year.
yeah, in the wintertime, I think we get into to like 31. I think that's about the lowest it get.
That's on probably only on the freeze.
Yeah,
This
so
is
I
the
think
winter
that's about
storm
the
coming
lowest they
through,
get.
and it
That's
don't last
crazy.
long either.
Yeah, you that'll be like probably from 3 in the morning to about 5 or something. Then it's jumping back up and shit. By noon, it's back up to 70.
That's crazy. That is
And
crazy.
that's the most beautiful thing about being south. Now the downside is that when they do get some weather, everybody from there, they can't do nothing. Don't they on the roads like, oh my God, like man, it's snowing. Yes, it's an inch of snow. I'm like, what are we gonna do? The schools are closed.
Yeah, I did hear that. They get less than an inch of snow and they closing stuff down.
Like
Police
today, we
looking like,
got a
sir, you're not supposed to be on the street. I'm from Michigan. Oh, go ahead.
Now, what
Yeah,
I used to say when I used to go up north and stuff, and them driving up where it was snow at, and they talking about you require change. I'm like, come on, bro, that ain't even enough snow for that. I'm from Michigan.
And this is one thing I learned about trucking too, though, is when the motherfucker you from Michigan, Minnesota, Illinois, you from anywhere up here. Oh,
Hmm.
everybody like you go outside. They're like, oh yeah, we'll hire you quick because they like you know they figure you already drove in every condition.
That part.
Right? Like we know you can handle. If you ain't got no accidents on your record, you've been driving how long? We know you can drive.
yeah, that's crazy. I went from here where I'm at now to Benton Harbor. It was cold here. It was wintertime. But as soon as we touched base down there, it was a damn blizzard. Couldn't even get through the dang streets and everything.
Mm.
So that's only like southeast to southwest Michigan. So I could only imagine you going through a whole different thing cross country like climate.
Man, like I just came back from Tennessee. It was what probably 50 down there earlier today. I'm jumping out the truck. I ain't got no coat on. Matter of fact, let me take this hoodie off because I'm too hot. They down there like, what are you? I'm like, man, I went to where I just went to a distillery. Everybody in that mug got coats on. I'm like, y'all do realize it's like 60 degrees right now. I'm about to go back to Michigan where it's like 20. I'm trying to sew. They come when you be home next year. I'll be back when summer. I'll be back when summer hit.
Hey, before I forget though, I got another story. It was a guy, he was on some type of medication, but he had been drinking.
Uh-oh.
Made him he was standing in the front counter, big dude too. Um, he was standing at the corner and just passed out. Like he collapsed, but his face first went into the granite counter,
Ouch.
knocked every single last one of his teeth in the front out.
Oh,
Cleared the
They get
lobby
workers'
out, got
comp because you've been drinking.
yeah, clear everything out. Paramedics came and everything. I don't know what I was thinking. Why did I have one of my cashiers get some gloves and pick up his teeth and give it to the damn paramedics and stuff? They
They
could, they
hit.
could, they
I can't
couldn't,
do nothing.
they can't. Yeah, they could. I was just thinking about that. Like they can't do nothing with those. Like
they might
they
have
Man,
go to
wouldn't,
you
sleep
go.
as long as they
they
did.
wouldn't even hold teeth.
No, they were
You,
chip. They were chiclets.
Yeah, chiclets, Tic
you,
Tacs.
are you the Vince McMahon in your job? Like, yeah, the show. Look, we still got customers coming. Go and pick that up and get that out the way. People
No,
still
no,
trying
no,
to.
no. Close the lobby down. Make sure he's situated when the ambulance come. We keep that drive-through moving. And I mean, there's ways about doing stuff
The
though.
show don't stop.
Oh, and make sure you don't touch him. Do not touch him in no shape, form, or fashion, because that's a liability. But if he did, like I had a spinal injury, or they could say I caused it, and and then they go from there. So no, I didn't touch him. I didn't let nobody touch him until the thing. The paramedics, the only people that touched him.
And
It was
see,
a
now I might have had a conflict with that, right? Not an intentional conflict, but it's like just having the knowledge that I know that I have. Like, pass. I'm gonna make sure you all know what I'm saying. At least try and make sure you conscious. I don't know what made you fall out, but I'm like, oh, we got to at least check. Like, if you see an accident while you driving, right? If something happened, you would like when we drive as a drivers, we unofficial first responders like yo, we got all type. You might have all types of stuff in your truck. You know, check and see if anybody need help. Now,
Yeah, but
you helping
he
them
was
might actually
breathing.
hinder them, but it's like you just it's just the instinct. Like, oh my god, let me see if I can help this person.
He was breathing, but
Oh, he good then.
yeah, he good. And then I'm like, mouth to mouth, nope.
Nope.
He smelled like a gallon of Tito's.
Like, listen, you got to know your limitations.
Yeah, you got to know your limitations and your medications and the interactions and stuff they go together. You just got to know that. So, and then, and what make this story stick out to me is the paramedic. He looked around, seen my cashier picking up the teeth, and was like, "Won't be needing those for some KFC, huh?" Oh, dude was passed out cold. I wish I could have recorded it to give it to the guy when he came to.
He ain't gonna need them no more.
Ain't gonna need those, huh, buddy?
He gonna be gumming
Oh,
his.
dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, he already delusional and from the medication and the alcohol and hitting his head. So he was like, naming some lady named Margaret or something. I don't know. He was out of it, and I guess hitting his head made it even worse. He was like, "Tell Margaret I can't get the something something." He was like, "You ain't gonna eat no chicken. Not with all these missing." We gave them to him. They put it on the thing on the what do they call it? What they put you on the gurney?
Yeah.
I wonder if they threw them in the trash or they kept them with them.
He probably throw them in the trash. Like, what am I gonna do with these? Can't reattach this. I gotta get a whole fresh set. I can't do nothing.
And then like a kid, that's a memory. Like, oh, this is the time I fell and knocked all these bad boys out.
You don't want to remember that.
No, the tooth fairy gonna come hefty. I mean, whole like it was a mess. And I'm thinking like to this day, I'm like, I'm wondering why did that employee do that?
So the time I got a question. The time the two young guys got to fight. That's the only time there's been a fight in there.
You know damn well you've been on social media, haven't you?
Not recently.
Oh, recently, yeah, it's Fight Central, it's a fight club, I believe. I believe personally that somebody in the street started a fight club inside of my building.
Oh man.
Because you asked that for a reason. Why did you ask that?
Oh, I was just curious. Cause now here's the thing. How many people in my family don't work there? So
Okay.
when my daughter was working there, she was having an issue with another she's a kid, she was like 16. So she was having an issue with another lady there. And my wife was telling, she's telling her to handle it and be responsible. I'm like, look, I can come handle it or you can handle it. I was like, if I handle it, I'm gonna come with that like I ain't got no sense. Because it's you. Anybody like
I remember.
for, for
You.
myself, I'm like, if it's
Oh,
me, I know how to walk away. But when you messing with my baby, it's like, hey, I don't care who
yeah.
you are, you can catch it, you can get it. I was like, so if you want to handle it,
I,
take it to the cooler.
just like it was just yesterday. I remember this. And then I was like, I was doing a lot of damage control.
Yeah, I
At
know.
that point,
You did.
I was
You was
like,
on top of it.
I was like, you out of here. This, that, and I'm like, fuck. But the thing is, though, with me, I'm like this. I got daughters myself, and then not only that, you got to protect kids because they might talk like they know everything. They might say this and that, but they still a child at the end of the day,
They
and
they
they're
make it
under
noise.
my guidance, and it made it worse because I mean, she never bothered nobody, said anything, even quirky to anybody or anything like that. So I was just like, oh. And then for me to be, friends of the family and stuff like that, I definitely had to do my due diligence. But oh yeah, I remember. And in hindsight, I'm glad you didn't make it up there.
Yeah, she asked me not to.
Okay.
Because
Because
I used to take her to work, or if I'm home, when I was home, she'd be like, oh, I'm getting off at the, all right, I can get you. Like, I put up one day, and the lady was there, like, why you ain't tell me that was her? Like, because you would have jumped out the car and talked to her. I'd have been a gentleman about it, unless she got stupid, but I'd have to talk to her, adult to adult, like, hey, look, whatever your issue is, that's your issue. You arguing with a doggone child.
And that was my main thing too. I was just like, you know what? No, this ain't adding up. Like, I mean, but it goes to show about the grown up. It says a lot about the adult in that situation.
Right. That's why you're saying you're not a grown up. You're an adult. You're just legal. Everybody, just because you're a certain age, don't mean you grown. You can still be a dumb child, and you dumber than some kids that people know.
And then we all know old fools. So
You don't
yeah,
know a lot of them though.
yeah, 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 no.
Most
Um,
fools don't make it to get old. That's why.
but you'd be shocked at the shit they do. Like, damn, is they do they go to a retirement home after they leave here or somewhere? Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do definitely remember that. I remember that vaguely. I was like, damn. But yeah, I mean, with everything done and said, I hope I did everything the best, right, to the best of my abilities, as I mean, handled multiple situations. But it's just weird that you asked that, considering the multitude of combat I've witnessed. on
Oh man,
the,
I'm about to go look this up on social media later. I want to
oh
see it.
my goodness, yeah, man,
World Star.
yeah, man. I'm gonna tell this story. It's cool because the video is not released or anything, so I could talk about it. But knock on wood, if the video would happen to be released, it could guarantee a prosecution.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So I mean, I don't have access, so therefore I'm not, and I'm not giving you a count of who's right and who's wrong. I'm just saying, in my way of what happened was something. There was a guy coming in, and I peeped it. He was like, "Hey y'all, call 911." Why? Call 911. Yeah, just took like 3 bands from somebody, and they was on his ass.
He said, "I'm going to jail with this money."
No,
Okay,
he's
let
smart.
me
He
use
know the
my
law.
dark sense of humor. It's like, hey, yeah, you know what was coming your way. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, he's smart. He
I'm
know the
going to
law.
jail. Get the law out here.
Yeah, he know the law. He knew the law, and I found that out after the fact. Because they had run multiple. He know it. So he was like, call 911. Be like, why? Ain't no crime been committed yet.
What I'm
Notice,
supposed to tell them?
notice yet. Soon as they pulled up in there, came in there, got on his ass, we knew why then. He was calculated the way he came in and was like, call 911. Because I know these motherfuckers, I know they ain't finna play about this shit. A brawl happened. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody jumping in, grabbing people and stuff like that. I didn't have it in me that day. I had just broke up the wildest fucking melee of 2024 about a week ago. I was still sore and tender and shit. And I'm like, nah, man, somebody will get their ass beat. They gonna get their motherfucking ass beat. Like, I mean, because I get hit. That's what 4 people fight, 3 people fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn,
Better
like,
grab me a piece of chicken, sit down and watch, dog. I ain't got time for
man,
this.
I was just saying, hey, look though. No, no, funny, no lie.
Don't go near the pop machine. I need a drink too.
No, they was pop everywhere. Look, no lie. I'm standing in the middle of everything. Fists going past me and everything. I'm just standing there like, I was in a meeting, so my boss looked at me and was like, "Go call 911." Because he looked at me like, "If you ain't grabbing nobody, why you?" I was like, "I can do that.
I can offer that piece of assistance.
I
That's the
can, I
most I
can
can
do
do.
that." So I was like, "Yeah." I went and called them. They came. Dude was calculated though, because when they got there, she, I'm not saying what happened, but that person was so mad that money was taken from them. You going ham. You don't care who around. You want your money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they, of course, they grabbed her up. Well, they grabbed them up. I just said it, but yeah, they grabbed them up. Um, was gonna press charges and everything. The dude in there, like, yeah, see, she came here, did this, and what she do, and this and that. Like, asked
I'm
questions.
painting
I'm
the
like, I
picture.
don't
I'm
know.
the victim.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her dude come in there eating a bag of chips. Like, he just walked up to him simply and was like, why? Old dude looked at him and his fucking, he said it in a fucking, like a fucking Al Pacino, like Scarface type way of like, I cut you good. Police standing right there heard him, and they let him leave. I'm thinking like, he finna what? What is this? But it comes to find out they knew who it was. This and that, like, it's crazy.
Oh,
But yeah,
he's I say like you say he strategized. Like that was a smart plan. You know, I'm gonna do this move. Then and I know y'all gonna come right after me. So I'm gonna get the Jake up here. I'm gonna play victim, and they gonna let me walk right up out of here while detaining y'all. Even if they let y'all go, they gonna detain y'all long enough for me to get away.
and that's what happened. But
Well
yeah,
played. Well
and
played.
and before then though, like I said, I just broke up some shit. I was just like, damn, like no, it ain't in me. Like not today. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody affected me or my business. So
Shit, that
Yep.
really sounds like a full-time job there. God damn.
yeah, no, man, people, if one thing about it, where I'm located at, if you want some smoke, people will oblige you. They will oblige you. But at the same time, I will say this respectfully: if you give respect, you get respect.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this is a part one because it's
Yeah, I
more.
never.
Say
I,
what?
I said I'm not like personally. I never had any problems. I think it's just my personality. You know, I'm always I'm talking junk all the time, but I'm trying to make people comfortable. I'm make you want to come back. You want to spend money.
Yeah, you're not gonna kick too many people like that. And if they are in a bad mood, you would actually have them in a better mood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then
Man,
they will be back. Things like that. And those are the type of people I look for. I look for the change. I'm not trying to change the environment. I'm just trying to change my little stationary right there and have that right. And no matter what's going on around there, you know you're gonna get something positive anytime you come mess with me.
that's a beautiful thing. That's what a mud need. Pretty much almost every day.
Yeah, and then it helps people on a lot of different levels too. Like I mean, you're dealing with it's a you know how Ipsy well yeah you know how Ipsy is. It's a melting pot of everybody, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's unique. I think it's unique from anywhere that I've been
I'm
because
trying to think. It has its unique factors. I don't
it
know. For
does.
me, it's not like being like because I'm not from here. So being here and seeing the mindset of a lot of people in mass. For me, I see it in mass. It's like so many people think the same way, and it's like that 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 fish in the fish bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
You the big fish, and that you've been a big fish in this small pond in this fish bowl for so long. You ain't trying to go nowhere, and you feel like you're doing more than what you really are. Because it's like the way I grew up, I'm like, man, I'm looking at it like, no, this ain't you. This is not a move. This is small to me.
Well, yeah, and then mind you though, Candy, he out of Grand Rapids, correct?
I'm from Grand Rapids. I grew up in Baltimore though.
So that's whoa. See, I
Right.
didn't.
So it's like I'm
Whoa.
bigger city. You know what I'm saying? One city, Grand Rapids is big enough, but Grand Rapids, the urban area but it's not like that now. But back in my day, the urban area was in a sense like Ipsy. It was just the hood was this whole. It was just the southeast. Like you got motherfuckers fighting, you can't do nothing to nobody because we all done went to school together at one point or another. We all know each other. Our families know everybody. Half of us related to each other, don't even know. Like, come to find out, this my cousin, that's my other cousin. Like, oh man, I didn't know we was related. So, but that's how I see Ipsy. It's like almost everybody here seems like they related.
Oh, it's kind of true though. It's a small world when it comes to that type of thing too. I done
Yeah,
ran into, I done ran and made good friends with somebody, and I didn't know it was related to y'all. Slim. Like he locked up right now, but
yeah. Have you seen how Slim look right now?
last picture I got, he was chubby.
Man, Slim far from Slim right now. He ain't Slim no more.
No, I know. Yeah, I've seen that. I was like, wow, that's good. That's good though. That's good. That was my dog.
I'm still gonna beat him up though. I still got to. I ain't got never love for you. I'm punch you. I'm like, cause as a creative individual, the boy he got skills.
That's great. And
But
then, and then that's go ahead. Go ahead. I agree. Go
but
ahead.
it's for me, that's what like I'm looking at him and I see that mentality of I'm a big fish in a small pond. It's like, bro, you have a skill set that okay, if you don't want to take it, if you don't want to take it nowhere, that's one thing. But if you have a skill set that can take you to the top of the world and you don't know how to get there, I'll figure that part out. Let's work together. No, I want to go do this over here. I want to be a street. I'm a street dude. No, you're not. You in the streets because you lazy and it's easy. You have skills that would take you to anywhere you want to go in this world,
I
but you don't
agree
want to
on
go
that.
nowhere.
I agree on that. Like some stuff that he pulled off, like I'm thinking I'm putting him on the avenue or something different. He's showing me stuff about it. Not only did I put him on to something, man, thinking I'm like the, show you the ropes. He mastered it. And then as far as production wise, music and everything like that. I mean, and it's sad the way it happens like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally should be somebody that we see on TV right now, if not behind the scenes.
And yeah, I'm like, you don't even have to be here. I was like, you don't have to. You can sit at home and do exactly what you're doing right now. I was like, I'm like, I know my skill says like, listen, I can't do what you do, but I ain't afraid to walk in no room in any room on this planet and start talking to anybody. I will wait. I will find a way to get your product out there, and because I know it's gonna benefit me,
And
it's
it's
gonna benefit you, it's gonna benefit the entire family.
and it speaks for itself, honestly.
Right. The quality of your work that's what's gonna stand out more than anything. You could
Yeah,
just
man.
sit at home doing the same thing you've been doing.
Yeah, we was cool, man. Like, I mean, I hate that everything happened the way it happened, but I guess stuff happened for a reason, you know. And then, like I said, I run into a lot of great people. The thing is, though, like, some people they have it, some people don't. But some people, they when they make sense of it, they get to where they need to be. They was gone, like on next Friday. Yeah, when I got,
Hey, the minute I got some money.
I was gone. Yeah. So, I mean, you get that. But that's life. You live it. You know. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to do a part two to this because I didn't get to the meat and the fat. But you took it there to you really took it there when I thought you knew something. My bad. My apologies,
No,
Jason.
no, I didn't see. I just my for me it's just my general curiosity, and based on the little bit of information I know, ask a question. But it's also something I know that happens in those environments like that. It's something that happens, quite often due to the mindsets of the people that tend to frequent that environment. It can happen any day, any time.
And that's literally true. And they can. The thing is, though, I try to teach my people not to oblige anybody that want any fucking smoke. Because honestly, realistically, they might
It's
be
not.
wanting to do something to somebody that damn day. You don't know. I mean, you can
Hey, they
respect
come in looking
yourself.
for it.
Yeah. And exactly. If you're giving somebody something they know where to pull up, yeah, they're going to pull up. Seen that too. I've had an employee I had to let go and everything, cut or whatever, because they was strapped, working.
Not surprising.
I gave him a heart to heart. Like, look, man, you smarter than this. Why the fuck are you even doing this? Why you even got this? He explained why. I could not fucking argue with him. But I was like, if you feel like that, then you can't. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to figure something out. He said it
Right,
respect. He respected what I was saying, but I was just like, damn. You
but he
know,
wouldn't
it's
change. He like, this is my thought process. This is where I'm at. I'm not changing it. You might run to that same guy years from now, and they be like, man, once I change that thought, once I stop thinking like that, I recognize the benefits. But at that time, that's where I was at, and I wasn't going nowhere.
right, man. And then, I was considering my other employees and stuff like that too. Like, no, I can't have that. You got people it's their first job and stuff like that. I hire plethora of people.
Plethora.
Plethora. How you say plethora?
Yeah.
Plethora.
Plethora. Yeah, I hire white, black, Indian, Mexican. It don't matter. I like to mix it up. That way, it's more accommodating to everybody. You
Is
know what
that
I'm
Mexican
saying?
brother still the cook?
Oh, you know that.
Oh yeah, he a beast.
Yeah, he is the one.
He do
The
his
one.
thing up in there.
He do his thing. Yeah, he is the one. But yeah, if y'all interested, I'll be there tomorrow. Shoot me a
Oh,
message.
I ain't gonna be there.
Oh,
I ain't gonna be there.
you
I gotta get on, go to work tomorrow. I'll be out of town.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I was gonna make some of that dually chicken.
She look the way she talking about. She might get up and show up herself. Be at the
Look,
door. Somebody, I heard there was some duty chicken up in here.
scratching the neck. I got some of that dually chicken.
Come on, hook a sister up.
Oh yeah, it do slap though. I mean, people don't enjoy their own cooking. That's rightfully said, but I enjoy it every time I make
I don't look. The one time that some actually came to the house, my daughter brought some, and I still didn't get none. It was
it.
gone before I could get a
Dang. And
piece.
I was telling them too, they were like, nah, maybe. They wasn't so sure about you getting to you though, but yeah, it slaps.
It never made it to my plate. I heard about it.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, Candy, I do this dish that when I say it, I'm gonna make some people eyes light up like you get this and that, but it is
You ain't got to
bar.
tell me. You ain't got to tell me. Doug, Mama B, she used to make chili once a year. I'm talking about you. You ask anybody who know her, boy. We used to come all from across the country to get that chili.
Damn. Yeah, so yeah, but I mean, thing is though, I don't want nobody to steal that recipe
I'm saying,
because
look, I made candy bars, right? And I ain't showing nobody the rest. I'm like, my recipe is simple. I just ain't showing nobody how to make them. And when I told my mom when I made, I took some up to Grand Rapids to my mother, right? She was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Listen, you remember how it was when crack hit back in '83?" She was like, "I was like, remember?" I was like, "That's how this gonna hit." Just like everybody thought, "Oh, this ain't nothing." And that's yo, you was selling your TV and everything you had.
for some.
Bro, listen, I gave it to her, right, and left and went to go because my nieces was over there, my nieces and my nephews, so I gave them all some. I left and came back. My mama sitting up there licking the plastic, drooling. I'm like, "What is you doing?" Because she ain't have her
Hey,
teeth.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Look,
Hey, you
you
know it's
had him
good when
at
she take
that.
the teeth out.
You had him at that 420 event, right?
Yeah, that was
I was
last month.
like, let me get a couple of those for the old lady. You know what I'm saying? This and that, this and that. She never got those motherfuckers, and she don't know it now.
She was like, "Wait, what did you have for me?" Oh no, don't even. I was talking about something else. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, here go this Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, here go a piece of chicken. That's all I was talking about.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you gotta do like the kids. No, that's old. That's old. That's old.
Why you bringing up old stuff?
Yeah.
No, no, for real. I think I had some Kool-Aid. I had some Kool-Aid. Like everything was weed infused, and I was
Except
like,
those.
except for those. So, oh man, I was
And
like,
Mud,
dang.
Mud tried it. Mud, somebody told me that, man, you should infuse these. I'm like, bro, if I infuse these, that'll limit the market to them to that. I don't want to do that. I'm like, this is something I know that whenever I finally get the time to actually just sit down and perfect it and go to market with it, I'm like, this is something I can build a whole. This is 3, 4 generations of everybody. Don't nobody got to work right here.
Yeah, and another thing too, which is smart. That's very smart. You're not making it infused because all the stuff I did get that was infused in the place, I needed something that wasn't gonna take me over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Make you
I'm gonna
Because
tell
fall over the
I,
top.
I done spent my raffle money on all the vendors and stuff. I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah. I got to the crib. I was like, oh, this is nice.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you to rethink that infused thing because I'll be looking at the marijuana and stuff like that out here in Arizona. The year of 2024, marijuana sales was 1.2 billion.
Just in Arizona.
Just in Arizona. So Michigan is ranked. Michigan is running is leading the industry in marijuana sales right now because they over California right now. So I think they like almost 2 billion, a little over
Oh
2 billion.
wow.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
No, when we
Michigan. I know Ipsy got more dispensaries per capita. You get like it's so insane how close they are together.
But what I'm
Man,
saying
literally
is,
across the street from each other.
but look, what I'm saying is, look at what Jason said. He said, "My market, the market." So that market that you tapping on may be a 500 million or $100 million
Out of that
dollar
big
market.
chunk, yeah, okay.
Infusing, you touching that much more of a market. So look at the demographics you touching now, because when we look at it now on the marijuana sales now, shit, that's when we was coming up, it was stay away from weed. That's the gateway drug. Now shit is like when you meet somebody before they match your name, they ask you if you smoke.
True
So
that. True that.
you got an endless market.
The market is massive. I mean, you look. I was reading the thing. They like China coming over here buying up land, right, and making basically illegal growth farms. It's like they did like 4-5 billion in illegal weed. So it's like and they didn't even touch with the legal weed still was moving.
And
So look at
I
that.
gotta ask this question though, and this is off subject, but I heard this like the oversaturation now. You get like 3 grand for a pound and maybe 1 gram.
Oh, I don't
Say
even
what?
know.
What was that question again?
Oversaturation of weed.
What about it?
Or is it a thing? Like, does it drive the value down?
You know, some of you gotta look at crack. Look at all these other things that we done talked about that it's consumer based. So you cannot miss. I look at with the weed. You cannot miss. How
And
can
it's
you miss
always so it's like it's always a client. So there's always a customer somewhere.
that part?
It's like
I,
having lived in Texas, I like one of my partners. He just moved down there, right? And
Hmm.
I'm not a weed smoker because I'm like I got to drive, so I'm like I ain't trying to do nothing stupid. But I told him I was like, bro, I know the quality of weed. I'm like, I'm just from the time I lived there, I'm like the quality of weed here is trash. He just moved out. He's like, oh my God, you wasn't lying. Like and my Muslim is like, look, go back. They trying to come back to Michigan just to get some weed to smoke and then go back down there. Like, no,
Yeah.
because they can't
But
find what they
see,
want.
when you look at it like this, how they created the market, most 90% of the goddamn the weed smokers nowadays are new off recreational because it was the thrill of you can buy it and get it and smoke it wherever. So that mental. So now when you look at a lot of them, how people smoke weed, good weed gonna have your ass high all day or half of the day. But
true.
how is this weed when y'all gotta smoke a blunt every 15 or 45 minutes?
Absolutely.
So what they did was the American consumer, they didn't understand that they made it a whole new habit off the tobacco because most of the people that smoke weed, they not looking for their high, they looking for that tobacco freeze because
It's
they
the
rolling it
habit.
in they rolling it in a backwood. So that nicotine is a crave that they want. They don't really want the weed because the weed ain't getting them high because it's garbage.
Man, oh my man.
Oh wow.
You know what you made me think
Oh
about?
wow.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm right now, I got the wire on my TV. Every few years I watch the wire like all 5 seasons, right?
That's the
Mm-hmm.
best
And
show ever. That's the best series ever, by
that
the
was they
way. But
said.
go
They
ahead.
say it's been listed. It's the best series ever.
Somebody
But
stole my
every
box set. That's how good it is.
oh no, somebody now see that right there have a fight at the job.
No, no,
That's
man.
on site.
I've been looking for them night and day.
That's on site, bro. I need that back. And so what? I can buy another one. You could have stole anything else.
But you took my
Hey,
wire box set.
hey, y'all can take the wire, but y'all fuck with him, I'll fuck you off.
Oh, oh.
You got the
Okay.
classics.
I'm gonna go
The
back and
whole
yeah,
collection.
I'm gonna go back to this episode. That's on my list too.
But look, it was a season. Remember when they got some drugs and they was like, man, the quality they it was like we got trash. And dude told
Hmm.
me he's like, how much money do you think we made with that garbage? He was like, we made less. He's like, no, we made more because they had to buy more to try and get high because they wasn't getting as high as they were getting with the quality stuff. That's the same thing you just saying. It's like,
Hmm.
man,
Yeah, because when you look at it like this, if you can afford to give 30, $40 ounces away, that means you got some cold garbo.
That's true.
Cold
true,
garbo. So now,
true.
so now look at the consumer. He's caught on the price. Well, when you look at it back when we used to sell dope, if I sell some good dope, a little bitty ass rock, the people that smoked and know how to smoke, they want that good dope because they getting that freeze, they getting that push. But then I go blow this shit up to the max and selling motherfucker dimes the size of your thumb and this, that, and other.
That's
The
all they're
whole,
gonna talk about.
They
but
gonna
now
keep coming.
look,
They got to keep buying.
exactly because now they mind is bigger than what it is. Like perfect example, you go to Church's Chicken, a big ass breast, but it's some garbage. You go to this restaurant with some, you go to Chicken Filet, you get that taste and flavor what it you want. So people ain't looking at that. So now as you doing that, because now they mind state is, I'm a baller, this, that, and other. You rolling these big ass blunts in that backwood, you catching another habit because the weed ain't keeping you addicted. It's the fucking nicotine.
And it's in
So
the damn papers. That is
and,
so
it,
classic.
and it's crazy because think about it. What everybody want to smoke in a leaf, a backwood.
And they
Yeah,
cigars, nicotine.
Exactly. The
that's all they
rawest
buying.
form of rawest form of that tobacco.
And
Well,
then
ain't
they
no.
say I don't mess with no cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's beyond me.
You don't have to. You already
See that,
hooked.
and that now look at it. Going back into this conversation, the old lady that hit that motherfucking gas line. The first thing came to her mind, she wanted to fire up.
Hmm.
Cool them nerves. So look at what they doing. Me and you said when you said your nerves where you pick your face. How I pick my fingers. Now when they nerves get going, they want that tobacco in them. You see how it works?
And not to mention though, too, around that time too, I did stop smoking.
Because if you sit back and think about it, if a person that smokes in a leaf all the time and they smoke, because like when I first started smoking, I only been smoking about 3 years, 4 years almost. So when I first started smoking, everybody was smoking in backwoods, and they used to be like, "Hit this OG," and I'd be like, "Man, I don't like that shit." Because every time I used to hit a backwood, I get the jitters. Like when you used to light your cigarette for your mom and them off the stove, I
Uh-huh,
get that,
uh-huh.
I get that freeze, that jitter, and I'm like, I don't like that. So that's what a lot of
That's
people go after
crazy.
with that tobacco.
I'm
What
gonna
Jay
say,
say? White papers only, man. No blunts. White papers.
yeah, yeah,
Keep it
yeah.
old school.
Yep, I do the cone, so I know exactly what you mean. So when I look at that, I just watch people when they smoke, and I watch and I'll be like, dude, you just smoke. You got to smoke again. Because obviously that weed was some garbage.
Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
I'm just like, man, how many blunts are you? How high are you trying to get? You can't get no higher.
They ain't getting
But it's
high. They
not
chasing
lasting.
they
The
chicken.
high
They
don't
chasing that
stay.
nicotine. They chasing that nicotine freeze because what you seeing with weed smokers is the same thing a chain smoker do. The same thing a chain smoker do. If you watch them,
And swear they not addicts. Like, no, bro,
because
you're an addict.
I
because
believe they
look at
bored.
yeah no it ain't that they bored. It's they don't understand the nicotine is calling. A chain smoker ain't bored. It's that habit.
All right, so I watched a thing years ago breaking down how the nicotine addiction actually works. Right, your brain when you laugh, when you cry, with certain emotions, your brain releases
And
a certain
endorphins.
amount of endorphins. Right, when
Mhm.
you smoke a cigarette, the nicotine where those endorphins are released from, it makes that part of your brain open up and release. That's how you get high. It releases way more than what it's supposed to, right? Than it would
Mhm.
normally do. So once your brain gets used to that, you steadily smoking. Now your brain's like, where's those endorphins that it's gotten accustomed to? So now you
Cause
got to
look,
keep
cause
smoking to keep those endorphins going.
and look at what he said when that lady hit that gas pine line. Them endorphins kicking off, her mind ain't registering. She need that weed to bring her up so she can get logical. I
Right.
mean, not the weed, the cigarette, so she can get logical because ain't nothing registering right until she hit that cigarette. Then it all comes view.
Like I gotta calm down.
Yeah.
And then we was like, you heard this, like, ma'am.
I've been yelling a bullhorn from down the block. Man, you don't want to boom up. I
She was
go
like,
shoot.
I'm just trying to get a taste. I've been around my grandbabies all day, and I
You
just
better you
need to
better
just.
chew. You better get you some chew and call it a day.
You better come get a piece of this chicken.
Oh
Don't waffle
man.
off.
Cause we closed for the day. You better we this that y'all can have this.
Yeah, but they all standing there at Payless Shoes when they was open parking lot, looking like what's gonna blow up.
Pay less. I'd have been all the way over at Dunham's, bro.
Dunham, fucking Tim Horton shit.
That's too close. Remember how far Dunham's was over there by the Dollar
Dunham
Tree?
was the farthest to the service
That's where
drive.
I'd have been at, back by them apartments in that lake
Used to.
that you ain't know was there.
Oh man, yeah, the lake I did not know that was there. Yeah, I feel like an idiot, but now I educate people on it. You know, there's a bird sanctuary over here. You can see
That's
these.
what I
And
didn't know.
yeah, bald eagles. They got bald eagles on both lakes. They sanctuaries.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I remember I was working one day when the air show came. I had
I
not
do
been to an
not
air
like that.
show.
Oh, and
Oh,
the
I
air
loved
show
it.
crashed by my crib.
I loved it because I had never seen one out. I'm like, and I wanted to go, but I had to work. So I'm like, oh, but I can see it from work. Bad. This is great.
Yeah, it's always better to watch it when it's going over your crib than going there because it's like $40 parking, fucking $15 hot dogs, stuff like that. But when that plane crashed over by on the service drive, they were
Yeah.
like, everybody go home.
Because look,
Go home
the
now.
people, the people that live over there, They be renting out it's like a U of M game. They renting out their driveways, they
Yep.
grass, everything.
Yep. And then the thing is, though, the pilots ejected over the lake. They broke their backs damn near because them ejector seats, they really fuck you up when they
Yeah, it's
push
a
you
lot
out
for
the airplane. But they had to stop people from trying to take airplane parts. The FDA, what is not the FDA, the FAA. You know, the flight people.
yeah.
We're not gonna know
Federal
what
aviation.
happened until probably a couple years. They work slow. But people, the jet fuel, all you smelled was fucking jet fuel. People taking pieces of the plane trying to, and listen how close it was. It slid through a abandoned golf course, nicked a tree, and then was like feet from a whole apartment building. It hit some parked cars. Well, nobody was in it. When I'm gonna send you the video, Candy. When you see the video, you're gonna know. You're gonna just be like, "No, they just wiped out a whole city."
Yeah.
Jet fuel is like very, very, very flammable.
Shit, that shit like napalm.
Yeah, but I gotta watch for. That's another thing though too, because that fuel shouldn't have melted those stuff in 9/11. But we're not talking about that. That's just something to think about. Um, but when you see it, it's like a movie. And then they got different versions of it. This dude was watching it with his daughter, and he was like, "Oh, baby, they're just doing it for the air show." Whoosh! That's not a that's not a
That's not
that's
how
all
this
you're.
supposed to go.
Yeah, yeah. They're jumping out the plane. The plane is going by itself. The plane is crashing into an apartment complex. That was crazy. And then imagine on social media and people hit me up like, a plane crashed at Belleville. I'm like, what? You lying? They're like, what type of shit is that? I'm like, no, it didn't.
Go
Yeah, it
home and
did.
half your building gone.
Right. But yeah, this has been real. I'm gonna have to get off of here because in 12 hours I got to do this Groundhog Day over again, but I'm gonna do it better. Thank y'all for spending this monumental moment with me.
We thank you.
Thank you for letting me share in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Jason, you be safe on your travels, bro, and be prosperous.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. You be safe as well.
All right, and love to the family. You hear me?
All right.
And she can
Love
hear you.
y'all and talk to y'all later.
All
Y'all
right.
have a go, man. Good night,
All right.
guys.
Good night.